Hi, my name is Tim. Welcome back to the Academy of the Mental Arts. It's a life coaching academy with a unique curriculum that is based on the hero's journey. And what is the hero's journey, and why is it the key theme of the curriculum here at the Academy? Well, the hero's journey, also known as the monomyth, or one story, is an ancient concept popularized by Joseph Campbell and simplified narratively into 12 stages by Christopher Vogler, which outlines the most common and ancient narrative structure of a hero on their journey towards becoming a hero. It spans across all cultures and times and has been repeated over thousands of years and is featured in some of the biggest hit movies and novels as a structure to write scripts to. And why is this? Why does that movie more popular than ones that do not necessarily follow that structure on the whole? And that's because it relates to the structure of personal growth and transformation and individuation within each human being. This is because it has a deep subconscious presence within the collective unconscious. It is far more than a narrative structure. It also directly relates to how energy changes in terms of physics, mathematics, and the sine wave, which is structural of all light and sound. Therefore, it is the natural design of energy and motion. Without motion, there is no growth. The only constant within the third dimension is change. Just as the sun rises, falls, and undergoes changes in season and energy, so does the human. Man. Because man is composed of light, which is also sound, the word. The hero, one who exhibits courage and honor, has its etymology relating to the word demigod, which means one who is born from God and is mortal. Just as all creation was created, the human has God within them. There is no separation except the illusion of separation that arises out of identification and attachment to the physical realm and the duality of the mind. When it's the body alone and thus the duality of change, we are mortal, which means that our body is bound by the dominion of time and space, or the third dimension. But this attachment of identity to the body then means that one must survive so as not to die from the duality of life and death, for example. Identification and attachment of self to the body alone results in survival programs dominating existence. Fear-driven thoughts then arise as the body is designed, more frequently than may be necessary. So humans thus have base needs that are all driven some degree by things that are needed in reality, like needing food. So there's a fear not to starve, and needing shelter. So there's a fear of, losing one's job and that kind of stuff. So this also, though, can be an illusion because it can lead one to jump to conclusions about their reality. And then next thing you know, they're driven into illusion of duality. So in reality, human is of a fivefold nature, which consists of the mind, body, emotions, and spirit, and then ether, which would be the fifth element. The only aspect that is unchanging is spirit, which is pure energy, light, and non-dual. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, which is the first law of thermodynamics, which means that only part of us is temporary, the physical. The non-physical is eternal, immortal. That is God within us. We are creative and have the ability to create because that is Creator within us. The only separations result from the fears and the created ego personas thereafter. The hero's journey represents the shift from one who is controlled by fear and ego to one who chases courage and becomes the master of their fear, dismantling the ego personas within the union of the duality within them. Becoming a hero is the ultimate challenge of the ego. To bring the stages of the hero's journey to one's conscious awareness is the beginning of deep understanding and wisdom. Each stage challenges the mind, thus growth occurs in each aspect of the human. Spirit becomes the master, and the mind, body, and emotions become servants and messengers. The hero goes from their ordinary world, their comfort zone, fear-based, ego-based place, into the special world, which is the unknown, which represents the subconscious, where they must face their fears and the enemy, which is nothing more but shadows and illusions. with truth hiding under every unturned rock. This is the transformative experience with the hero returning to their ordinary world with the elixir, which is a symbolic, newfound knowledge that applies and becomes wisdom when the hero becomes the mentor for anyone needing guidance with a similar and perilous quest, the call to adventure of their own journey. Each human must undergo the journey if they truly desire to change.